Today's episode of Astronauts Without Helmets is brought to you by you guys. We couldn't have done this without all of your guys' support. I just want to say thank you. This is a less serious ad or more serious ad. It's not a parody. Thank you guys for being here. We're super close to our goal of 30. We're trying to hit that by the end of October. We're kind of leaning heavily into this kind of interview format now. It's been a lot of fun interacting with the different streamers. And if you guys know anybody that you want us to interview next, feel free to reach out to us, reach out to them. It's been a lot of fun, and I'd like to get to know people better and kind of start this networking thing to be a little bit more. So thank you. Thank you. Like a lot. All right. Welcome to Astronauts Without Helmets. Today we are interviewing RentalPenguin up there in the top. We got PJ in the bottom left, and I'm over here hanging out. After some technical difficulties the first try, we're starting this over. Rental, you want to introduce yourself a little bit more?
Sure. Hi. My name is RentalPenguin. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch. I've been a video game player pretty much my entire life. I joined the military straight out of high school. Graduated high school in the year 2000. The military got very interesting in the year 2001.
Right.
So,
That's
yep,
true.
that was a good time. I got out in 2005. I moved around a bit through the country. I ended up in California, which is where I live now, and I'm just living a pretty great life over here, just living the dream, so to speak. And on top of being like a lifelong gamer, I've been into Warhammer stuff ever since I was like 13 or 14 years old. So that's been a pretty big lifelong love of mine.
Right on. Right on. I know we were talking a little bit of about Warhammer before I fucked up the whole recording. Um, but
Okay.
I do want to say that we just condensed that 5 minutes into a minute. So that's fucking
Oh, we're
awesome.
getting better at this, man. Every time it just gets better and
Be
better.
smooth,
Yeah. Yeah.
crispy.
So that's awesome. And I think where we left off was basically we were just talking about how my cousins would be yelling about 40K Lord. I have no idea what's going on. There's
Right.
absolutely no good guys in the entire history of this game, book,
Right.
series, lore, whatever you would like to call it at the moment. And then you were going to inform PJ of the lovely, lovely story of the Horus Heresy.
Yeah,
Yes, I'm
yeah.
interested.
So without getting too much into the weeds, because I could go into the weeds for a while. Like I know a lot about Warhammer, probably too much, honestly.
No
Uh,
such thing.
the Horus Heresy that's named after Horus, which was one of the sons of the Emperor. The Emperor was trying to conquer the entire galaxy, and he created these basic like they're like demigods basically. There's 20 of them, and he was having a big old crusade across the galaxy, and he had to get back to Earth to do some super secret science stuff. And he picked one of his sons, his favorite, said, "You're in charge now. Don't mess it up." And of course, he messed it up.
Right.
He got corrupted by evil forces. Him and half of his brothers turned bad, and then there was a gigantic civil war, and it pretty much ruined all of humanity's excuse me, all of humanity's forward progress, and everything is bad now because of it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And if you want to read the books, there's like 50 or 60 books that they've
Holy
written on the
cow.
whole setting. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
lot. It started
And
with
that's
like a
a
couple. It's just a lot.
that's a very cut back explanation too. Like a
Yeah,
whole lot cut back.
there's a lot.
Yeah.
I could
Um
I couldn't imagine like wanting to turn on your brothers though. That's wild.
Yeah, it's so he got seduced by evil warp entities, and the warp is a whole thing, but just picture like picture like badness over millions of years condensed into like a being that they became sentient and self-aware.
Interesting.
And
Okay.
that's what that and there's four of these, and they all encompass different parts of like the badness spectrum, and they all
Huh.
got together and said, "Hey, we can use this guy to kill everyone and rule everything." And that was their plan. They all pooled their poker chips together to bet on Horus killing everyone so they could rule. And when that all failed eventually, because it failed, after that, those chaos gods no longer work together as closely. Now they're all kind of fighting each other. So
Right.
in a way, everyone loses.
oh, and the Chaos Gods are super crazy too, because I actually know some of these ones. There's like Korn, right, who is
Yep.
like
Yep.
the god of like blood and war, right?
Yeah, blood, anger, death, war, all that stuff.
Yeah, and he's just as fucking metal and edgy as you can believe. Then
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
Slanesh, which is like the like
Slanesh,
seductive one, right?
right? Seduction, perfection, excellence. Anything that would take your senses and crank them to 11. That's what Slanesh is all about.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Then there's Nurgle, who is just like
Mm,
rotten poison. Like if you know
right.
anything about Dark Souls, you can think like Blight Town.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much.
Um,
Yeah, yeah.
and then there's one more, but cannot remember the name of it at the moment.
That's the way they want you to think. They don't want you to know who they are. They're very crafty. They're very schemy. The name is Zinch with a
Ah,
T
that's
Z
right.
sound.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's
Hmm.
They're
right.
all about plotting and scheming and mystical forces and plans within plans and the
Interesting.
unknowable. Yeah.
Yeah, and they've been around for like ever and ever and ever, right? That's the whole thing
Yeah.
about it. Because I played a lot of fantasy on the tabletop game growing up, and they were a part of that as well.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, the fantasy elements and the 40K sci-fi, technically they're in different universes, but they're owned by the same company, so they all kind of share like the chaos gods. So the idea is that somewhere in the warp is the Warhammer fantasy realm,
Okay,
you
that's
know?
interesting. I've
So
never heard that
it's
one.
all
Interesting.
kind of still
Okay.
connected. Yeah.
Yeah, Warhammer is crazy, PJ. It is
Yeah.
everything I hear about it is fucking nonsense. Like I remember there's a story that my cousin told me about how like there's like a battery or something that powers the ship, like a warp drive, and that it's like a big honor because whenever you have to like change out the warp drive, they get like a bunch of people together and they basically have this huge ceremony as these dudes walk the battery in as they're melting to install it.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
they don't have radiation guards in place. They just think it's part of the process to just die of radiation poisoning. It's a big honor. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Hey, guess what? You're nominated to die today. Go put this battery in our
Yeah,
freaking
and
machine.
on the scale of
Finally.
craziness, it's like a 2 out of 10 in the whole
Yeah.
grand scheme of
That's
the different
crazy.
things.
I never
That's not
played any of them until semi recently. That one that came out is kind of like a horde mode where there's like
you talking
4
about,
people you can choose.
Dark Tide?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
played
Dark
that
Tide's
one.
pretty great.
I didn't
Mhm.
play a whole bunch, but I played it quite a bit and it was pretty fun.
I played a lot
Yeah,
of
Dark Tide's great.
Vermintide when that was out. Vermintide was
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
Vermintide is the fantasy, side of that
Yeah,
kind
with
of
the
Tide
rats.
games. Rats, and the second game also had chaos in it.
Oh, that's cool as hell.
So there was chaos warriors and chaos minions, and they had a spawn that would show up. And spawn is basically a guy that got too close to the chaos powers and got too blessed by them
Hmm.
and got like rampant mutations and everything just kind of bleh, came apart. And he's just
As
like
you
a
do.
big
That's
mass of
crazy.
tentacles and teeth. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, if you could pick any story or lore piece to put into a video game, what would it be and what genre?
Oh, this is great. I was thinking about this the other day because there's all kinds of games, like I was saying, there's all kinds of games for Warhammer stuff. But what we haven't seen we haven't seen any kind of game that focuses on chaos being the main character. I want to see a story where there's a person that becomes a chaos like warlord
Yeah.
and then does a bunch of stuff as chaos and then maybe has like a redemption arc or something like, that could be really cool. Picture something kind of like a God of War style, like,
Yeah, that's
gameplay,
exactly what I was
Right.
thinking.
right?
Yeah,
That'd
that
be
sounds
kinda
really
cool.
cool.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah. So, Warhammer guys, if you're listening, include me on this deal. I wanna be a part of this. Because the writing would be really challenging. How do you empathize with someone who has done all these horrible, awful things, and has, destroyed cities and led, war bands and stuff? How do you have a redemption for that,
Yeah, no,
right?
true.
That would
Because
be
Yeah.
like the chaos people, they do some terrible things.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they do. And the flavor of terrible depends on what kind of chaos you're into, so
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's awesome. I love that shit so much. Do you play the tabletop?
I do. Well, I haven't played it in a couple years because
Right.
the group that I was playing with kind of broke up after COVID. But on my bookshelf, I tried to say bookcase and bookshelf. I've got a bunch of miniatures that I've painted, and I've
Oh,
actually
cool.
on my desk here, I've started doing a bunch of like miniatures, if you can see
Oh,
Oh,
wow, that's
this
cool.
cool.
dude. Yeah.
I
So
vaguely remember Kevin's house growing up, or Pesky's house growing up, that your parents and your brother used to paint those, didn't they?
Yeah, we all did. So like we played a lot of
Yeah.
fantasy.
Nice.
My dad played the Vampire Counts or something like that.
Oh, cool.
My mom bought Lizardmen and then never played them.
Oh,
My brother ran a 80% orc army to 20% goblins.
I remember that.
I played as the dwarfs and had the Lord of the Rings fantasy in my head, and it was quite the opposite of how you need to
nice.
play the dwarfs, because apparently they're all about their artillery, guns, and weaponry and not fighting with giant axes. I just wanted to be Gimli, goddammit. And then I learned that they actually had a Lord of the Rings tabletop game as well.
That's right. Yeah, they
Oh,
do
really?
have a licensed Lord of the Rings tabletop game that they have produced miniatures for, and the miniatures are sick.
Yeah,
Like they're really good
super
looking.
cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, damn. Like all the time whenever I talk about it, I'm always like, man, I want to get back into it, because like I loved the whole process of like getting the little box, cutting off the little
Hmm.
ends, and building the little
Yeah.
dude, gluing your fingers together like 6 times in the process,
Yeah.
losing the sword halfway through.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
like models are so cool. And then now it's like with the 3D printing technology that's coming out,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sure that Games Workshop is probably trying to figure out a way to do something about that.
Definitely.
Yeah, and that's a slippery slope for them because they make a lot of their money, like you said, on selling the models and selling the miniatures and all the rule books and everything else. So
Updated every 6 months, mind you.
updated oh my
Wow.
god. Yeah. So yeah, you'll go out and buy this big like $30-$40 rule book, and then in a few weeks it's like updated. That's now no longer up to date.
Yeah,
But
it's
yeah.
crazy.
And in this futurescape where we have 3D printers and online resources, their main selling points are quickly becoming obsolete. So you can download a miniature and just have it printed out easy. There's no assembly, nothing like that. You just have to sand it a little bit, you know.
I
So
feel
Right.
for
like if they
model
were
kits,
smart, they would move towards like the digital marketing side of it and do like how they did with a collab and made Space Marine 2. And how didn't they already
yeah.
announce Space Marine 3 is in the works?
Yes, Space Marine 3 is now being developed. It's still years out,
Yeah.
but they have moved part of their development team over to that instead.
Wow.
I think if they really stick to that media front, do games, TV shows, movies, and try to really push that, they have a large enough fan base that I think they could do a lot without relying on the miniatures anymore.
Yeah.
For sure. But it's still gonna be that's still a major part of their whole company is the miniatures because they also run big worldwide tournaments and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
So
I think
and they
maybe
have
I'm
the
just
huge
out of the
production
know.
plans. Yeah.
I couldn't.
But it's definitely blowing up quite a bit. It's being more and more mainstream, which is pretty cool to see. Like
Yeah.
TV shows, a movie in the works supposedly.
Oh,
Like I
okay.
never thought I'd see the day where I'd see a Warhammer on the big screen. Right?
Dude,
That's
that's
kind of
how I
that's kind of
felt about
crazy.
Mario
Yeah.
after fucking what was his name? The fucking dude who played the pest. I can't remember his name at the moment.
John Leguizamo.
Yeah, so he was Luigi in the Mario movie back in the
Oh
day.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
really?
right. They had that movie with Dom DeLuise.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
so bad. I loved it.
it definitely had a certain charm, right? Dennis Hopper was Koopa, if I
Yeah, I'll
remember
have to
right.
put up
Yeah.
Oh
photos of
my
all these people
god,
all
dude!
around when we do the editing. But when they actually
I
came
almost
out with
forgot.
yeah, it was good. When they came out with the new Mario movie, I was like, "Oh, no way are they doing it again." But honestly, it was so freaking good. I loved
Yeah, I
the
Yeah,
like
the
the
new
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 Mario
one.
one.
movie.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It was really good.
And they're doing a second one now. Of
Really? I
course,
didn't know
that's
that.
coming out. Yeah, obviously. But I'm
Obviously.
most excited because there's an announcement for a live action Zelda movie that is brought by Nintendo.
That could be fun.
Yeah, I'm nervous because it's like Link is such a like silent hero
Yeah,
that when he
icon.
talks, it's going to
He like never talks.
fuck
He
my
goes
brain.
hot, hot
Yeah.
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 That's all he says.
And if he doesn't make a random noise like that at least once or twice in the movie, I'm going to be so mad. This might be one of those movies where I just like never watch in fear of disappointment, but
And
that's
he's
not
got to
true.
go and break all the pottery he sees. That's
Yeah.
part of it
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, absolutely. Just every time he enters a house, he needs to like accidentally bump something and break a pot.
He's just
Like-
kicking pots and
Yeah, and like rupees have to come out.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, did you ever play any Zelda games or anything?
Yeah, I played all the classic ones. I think I didn't play some of the more recent ones like Twilight Princess or Wind Waker.
Okay.
Um,
So you
what was that
stopped
more
right at
recent
like
one where yeah, what was the one where you were like more open world? I didn't play that one either.
Breath of the Wild and Tears of the
Breath of the
Kingdom.
Wild. I wanted to try those too. I just haven't
I
gotten around to
played
it.
it a little bit, but I didn't get super invested.
Breath of the
Mm.
Wild is an awesome, 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 awesome game. It is much better than its sequel, the Tears of the Kingdom. It is a good game, but if you're not super into Zelda, I recommend playing Breath of the Wild. It's much more fleshed out. Tears of the Kingdom seems kind of like an expansion with a more annoying concept.
Don't you need to have like a Switch to play those? I think they're not on Steam, right?
Yeah.
They are not on
So
Steam.
I don't have one of
Um,
those.
and if
There are
Nintendo
ways
is
around it from
listening,
what I've read.
hypothetically, if Nintendo is listening, hypothetically, there is things that you can find on the internet that allow you to play these games hypothetically. And it might hypothetically be called Emu, and it might hypothetically be a
What?
Wii U emulator, and hypothetically,
Yep.
you might be able to play Breath of the Wild with all the digital
I
emojis.
I don't think we could, endorse this for legal
No, we should
reasons.
never
Wink,
do this.
No.
You should
wink.
never do
Pirating is bad.
it. um, but yeah, what's cool about that is like with those things, you can use all the mods and stuff too.
Okay, cool.
Which I mean, if you're playing by yourself and not streaming it, Daddy Nintendo can't get mad. But
That's
maybe
true.
not. They'll probably knock on your door, being like, "Hey, we had a program installed into that ROM that you downloaded."
No, I wouldn't put it past them. I mean, they
Yeah.
have a really vicious legal team, from what I understand.
Yeah, so I
Yep.
actually watched a video the other day, and to not believe everything on the internet, but here's all the things I heard about her on the internet, is like the CEO of the Nintendo of America or one of their like high executives is actually like a litigation lawyer, which is like someone
Oh,
who's PJ who like specializes in suing people and like finding things to sue people over. So it completely makes sense why this is happening.
Yeah.
And
What did you guys hear? They just what did they do? They uh the throwing a Pokeball, throwing an item to catch something.
yeah,
They have
patented.
just deemed theirs.
oh, yeah,
So
they
they're
copyrighted that.
Yeah.
yeah. So
They
they're
Oh
trying to get
wow.
copyrighted
rid
a
of
lot of
all
stuff.
games that have anything to do with throwing and catching.
I mean, that was a thing with them and Pal World, right? They weren't
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
they that's our property. You can't do that.
Yep.
So
Pal World was a little more egregious, to be fair.
Yeah.
Pal World was like, we're gonna take Pokemon and make it ours with blackjack and hookers,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
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 So
We'll add a
Everyone's
tattoo to
half
it.
naked. Everything's larger.
Dude,
yeah,
you could literally enslave like the Pokemon and
Yeah.
yeah,
shit and make
and
them work in your factories.
Yeah.
and they did not like that.
No, for good reason. They are very protective over their IPs.
Yeah.
Oh, so I guess I was kind of curious. How did you come up with your name, Rental Penguin?
We were actually talking about this on my channel the other day because someone asked, and I was like, I really put a lot of thought into like a really good answer because I knew that the show was coming up. So, a couple like about 2 years ago, I was thinking about like I should probably get a gaming computer, and then once I get a gaming computer, maybe I'll try streaming. All the cool kids are streaming, right? I'll try it
Yeah.
out.
Right.
And so I started putting together plans for like my channel and like a logo and everything else because I'd been through college courses and I understand like marketing is a thing and I'm a business major, so I should like understand these things.
Right.
So I was like, okay, well I gotta have a name, right? And like people tend to gravitate towards a good name more than anything else. And
Hmm.
people like animals, and I should have a cool animal name, right?
Yeah, that's exactly the
Um
thought pattern I had.
See, you get it. So I was like, what's a cool animal that I like? And as a child, when like 5 or 6, I remember going to the Detroit Zoo because I'm from Michigan originally,
Okay.
Hmm.
and the Detroit Zoo has a really awesome aquarium exhibit where you like go through a tunnel that's like surrounded by the water, so you can see all the fish and stuff. And that was really neat. And then you go out to this area where there's this giant like man-made Arctic shelf where the penguin exhibit is, and they just have the big like semicircle of water in front where you can like walk up and see the water because there's a glass wall. You can see like below the water and above the water. And the penguins would be walking around on the surface doing their penguin things, right? Waddling around. And then they would jump off the one side and they would swim around the front and then go the other side. And when they're in the water, they're just shooting around like little torpedoes, and I thought that was super cool.
Mm.
So that always kind of stuck with me about how cool the penguins were. So I was like, okay, cool, penguin, but like, what's cool about a penguin name? And then there was this thought I had about what if you could, like, the idea of the channel is to be really chill, right? Obviously, penguin chill, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
But everyone should have access to that kind of chill environment. Like you're renting it, you're renting the
Oh,
penguin.
that's smart.
So there's like a company idea I had where you would like rent a penguin for a bit. You come and chill with the penguin, and then he goes back home, right? And I
I
had this whole
really
plan
like
to have
that.
like this whole like rental business,
Right.
and I put the like a logo on a T-shirt and everything, and people started asking me like, "Hey, how much is like your rates for renting penguins?" Ha ha ha. And the first couple times I didn't have an answer because I didn't. I was like, uh. So now I just tell them it's seasonal rates plus food,
I
right?
love
So
that. That's
Right.
fantastic.
yeah.
That is so well thought out.
That's awesome. Yeah, it really is. Like, it's actually detailed. It's not just like, "I
Yeah.
don't know, it's a name."
Yeah,
Right.
you got
Right.
Biv. I don't know. It's a mush up of some childhood
Yeah.
names. You got PJ using his actual name, and I'm like, I had a pug.
But you've turned that into like a cool logo with that dog and PJ.
Yeah.
PJ, what is your logo? I'm sorry.
That's what we were just
Well,
talking about.
oh, okay. Well, I didn't mean
So,
to put you
like
on the spot there. I'm
no, you're
sorry.
fine. I've personally been thinking about changing mine. I haven't decided. So mine came from I used to be a big drinker and a big pot smoker and a big partier, so it was
Okay.
like Turnt PJ because I was always
What's
fucked up.
turn? Yeah.
And now I'm not. I'm like dead sober. I don't drink. Like
Mm.
so, I've been thinking about changing it, but I haven't yet. My logo I'm using currently on here is just like an embossed. It's like chrome design. I really like the Chicano style, like the South
Okay.
LA
Yeah. Yeah.
stuff. That's my favorite. So I usually go chrome,
He's
big
super into
cowboy
like
hat, and then a
cars and
cursive.
stuff.
Yeah,
Okay. You could do that. Hear me out though. A cartoon peanut butter and jelly, right? But it's
we
turnt, but
could,
Dude,
it's all chromed out in that style,
we
right?
could.
that would be
Look at
actually
That would be
that.
kind of
super
cool.
cool.
He's got like he's
PB and
got like that
J.
whole look on, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. See, I'm helping you
that'd
out.
be kind of cool. I might
Peanut
have to
butter
try that.
jam. I like that a lot, dude.
That's great.
Yeah,
And you can be like, yeah, let's go jam with the turnt PJ, right?
yeah,
See, let's get nuts, right? Peanut
right.
butter.
Yeah, and then I think your Twitch profile picture is just like a American Dad inspired fat guy with some fucking
Yeah, it is.
text text glasses or whatever those things
That's
are
great.
called.
Yeah,
They
I
have a
love that.
name. I just can't fucking remember
I
what the
don't
name of them
remember.
are called. But yeah, fucking I'm sorry. I don't mean to yawn.
Oh,
That's
it's
Oh
okay.
man,
improper.
I feel so bad. I've been yawning like crazy. I had like 4 hours of sleep last night.
Yeah,
That's
I
crazy.
stayed up way too
I
late.
woke up literally like 1 second before my alarm went off because I have this phone holder that holds my phone above my face because I can watch YouTube while I sleep
Oh,
or
it would be
before I
so
sleep.
terrifying.
Oh, that's
Oh,
awesome.
it's so crazy because like I woke up and I opened my eyes and then the alarm went off right away. And I'm like, well, what the hell? How did I
That's
do that?
crazy.
That's never happened before.
Oh man.
So yeah, I'm a little sleep deprived too.
Yeah. Um, so you seem like a very positive guy whenever I watch your streams. Like you're always being super kind,
Definitely.
super nice. I was curious, like, what how do you deal with people who are being like overly negative? Do you just ban them immediately?
I try not to be ban happy. Thankfully, I haven't had to ban more than like two people in my year and a half of streaming.
Oh wow.
But oh, people just
I've been a
generally
lot
want
more
to
than that.
be a part of like a vibe, a part of the community. They want to be
Yeah.
included, and sometimes people aren't as socially adept, shall we say, right? So their exuberance, their enthusiasm tends to come off a little strong or weird or clingy or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
So I try to give people a little more understanding, a little more grace, because not everyone chooses to be in the spotlight like we do, but they want to be a part of this whole thing that we're doing.
Mhm.
But then there's the people that just are not they're not adjusted to society, um, where they're just insulting people. They think they're entitled. They just have a bad attitude. And when that happens, you just have to say, okay, we're gonna give you a warning. If you're not fitting in, if you're not vibing with everyone.
Right.
This
Yeah,
is a
match the
space.
vibe.
Yeah, this is a space for everyone. And if it's not for everyone because of you, then you've got to go. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
I had this one dude in my YouTube chat a while back while we were playing Gone Fishing, and he basically came in, was like, "Hey," and like I didn't notice for like a minute, and I was like, "Oh, hello," and I think there might be a slight delay on YouTube versus Twitch
Right.
because my Twitch delay isn't normally too bad. But he was like, "Hello, I'm talking to you," and I again
Wow.
went, "Yeah, so am I. Hello," and then he's just like, "Fuck you." I was like, "Fuck
What?
you." He said, "No, fuck you." And I said, "Hey, you take that attitude. If you're having a bad fucking day, you can take that shit somewhere else. If you just want to hang out and be a part of things, hang out and watch. I don't give a fuck. But leave me alone."
Right?
Oh man, it was
You're
so
not nicer
crazy.
than me.
Yeah, and then he was just like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and then just hung out for like 10 minutes in chat and
Yeah.
left. It was like I hope he
Yeah.
had like a inner moment of just like, "Oh man, I'm being
Yeah.
a dick."
You had that come to Jesus moment right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Exactly.
That's cool. Yeah.
Mine
Sometimes it just takes that.
early on for me, I always got the "Is that queso? Is that queso? Is
No.
that queso?"
Was that when
And
you
so
were
I
on
used to
TikTok?
yeah, well, even on Twitch, even early Twitch, I used to put in my title queso equals ban in parentheses after whatever my title was.
Right.
And so I had people come in and be like, "Oh, is that queso? Nope, banned.
You're like
Oh, is
literally
it
asking
queso?
for
Nope,
it.
banned." Like, fuck off.
God.
I'm just a fat guy, okay?
It's okay,
Yeah.
PJ. I don't even think you look anything like Queso.
I don't think so either.
I'm pretty sure there was an episode of the podcast I introduced you as Queso, though. Or
Yeah,
no,
you
not
did. It was
Queso.
pretty
That's
funny.
what it was. This is not Queso.
Yeah,
uh,
Queso's actually really interesting the way he does all his marketing and all of his
Yeah,
community
he's
building
smart.
around that joke of him being a big fat guy. So
Yeah,
as much as it might bug him like deep down, he actually embraces it quite a bit and has made quite a strength out of it. So good for him.
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
no, he's a good guy. And plus, I feel like he's just a big dude in general. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Because, like,
Right.
you can be a fat guy, but if you look at someone's shoulders, like, the big ass dude, you can't
yeah,
fake the size of your shoulders with just fat.
exactly.
Big back. Yeah.
Yeah.
um,
So, Rental, you
Yeah.
just hit 1,000 subs recently.
Oh
How
yeah.
does that make you feel?
Pretty happy actually. I was so close for so long, and I reached because I was looking at my. I try not to focus too much on analytics, but
Right.
they're there, and I look occasionally. And I was looking, I was like, man, I'm just about 980, right? I'm so close. It's been that way for a while. What am I not doing? I'm not growing. And so I looked up a couple streamer friends and I was like, hey, let's schedule some cool collab time and we'll
Right.
get together and we'll get our communities together. We'll all meet each other and say hi. And it'd be a good fun time. Right. And I did that and I was playing with I'm sure you've talked about Strike on the chat on your
yeah,
podcast before.
Mhm.
So I played some games with Strike. I reached out to a streamer called Electric Unicorn Electric.
yeah, I follow
Um,
them.
yeah, they're really cool too. We played some games, and it was on the collab with Unicorn that I hit my 1,000 because I
Yeah, I
got
was actually there
exposed
for
to
that.
more of her. Oh, you were? That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I was like, oh, that's great. We hit 1,000. Let's go. And that was early in the stream, so
Yeah.
I didn't have a chance to like have my emotional moment. But I was like,
Right.
we're still on camera. We got to keep playing the game still. But it's great. It's good to see all the effort being paid back by the people that believe in you and want to follow you and keep track of
Right.
you and keep watching. It's really cool. I'm not out here just shouting into the void.
Right.
People are
Yeah.
actually interested. It's really nice.
Yeah, I think one of the coolest things is when you see someone pop into chat and they talk for a little bit, and then you see them again a couple days later, maybe, and they say a little bit more, and then
Yeah.
eventually they're actually chatting and interacting. It's
Right.
cool. It's cool. I've had a
It
couple of
Yeah.
is.
those people, and then work got in the way, and now I stream very infrequently. But I'm putting a lot of effort towards this. I've been doing most of the
Yeah.
editing with some help from Noah, the equipment, fucking troubleshooting OBS all the time, figuring
Oh
out
my
all the
god.
clipping.
That latest OBS patch that killed everything.
Well, luckily we don't actually use. Well, I don't use OBS. We use OBS when we do the in-person one
Yeah.
because otherwise
Yeah.
it fucks up his is Streamlabs.
Yeah, the
Streamlabs
first
with
time we tried to
OBS.
change Streamlabs, it just ate itself.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
but
mean, getting all the
Streamlabs with
technologies
OBS,
together. Oh my
Yeah.
god,
dude,
what a
it
headache.
does not mix at all. Like it literally deleted like all of his scenes and
Everything.
all of his sources
Everything. I had to
and
redo everything. I was so
resized
upset.
things, and it made
Yeah.
literally no
Yeah.
sense on how it fucked it. But yeah, so we use Streamlabs with OBS, and honestly, it's so much easier and has so much
So
more
much smoother.
user friendly to it. Plus, it has like cross streaming built right into it, so you can stream to like
Yep.
Twitch and YouTube and Kick and all that other stuff. But I will say OBS has a much better like plugin library. So there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with it, and I wish I did know more about that side because there's a lot of really cool stuff you can do in just base OBS that you cannot do in Streamlabs.
Yeah, you can do a lot with OBS, and I'm actually learning a new program called StreamerBot, where you can have a lot of stuff like programmed to do, different sources and things to kick on and get controlled by. It's really new to me, but I've seen streamers do a lot of cool things with it.
Is that the
Really?
one where
So,
the emblem's like a green and blue S or something
yeah,
close?
or
Y-
it's purple and like light blue. They're like hooked
Yeah.
together.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
I've used that a little bit. It's really cool to do like cross chat for when you're like doing different YouTube things. You can set up
Yep.
like
Oh, cool.
triggers, so like when someone donates X amount of bits, Y amount of bits, or whatever, and then it can do a specific action or play a GIF or it literally controls your entire stream if set up correctly. It's really
Mhm.
cool, but like
That's cool.
super complicated.
It's really complicated, but there's a lot. Like I tell people that want to set up their streams and stuff, watch a lot of tutorial videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
Look at online posts. You are not the first person that wanted to do this. The odds are very good that there's already been tons of people that have already asked these questions and have answers available. So don't feel like you're doing this on your own for the first time, man.
I will
Yeah,
say
yeah,
though, it's really easy to get lost in tutorial hell.
it's very
Yeah.
easy. Just watch these 5 easy videos. Just oh my
Oh,
god.
there
Yeah,
goes
people have made
3
entire
hours.
careers, yeah, just making these tutorial videos, and you could lost in the whole rabbit hole
Yeah.
of tutorial hell, basically.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But,
What's
yeah, I was looking for something to do the queues for my Helldivers 2 games, because I
oh
have a streamer bot, but it's not or I have a bot, but it's not, like, as robust as I want it to be,
yeah,
and I
Right.
wanna include, like, graphics for, like, the wait list on the screen too, so,
that'd be cool.
um
That's for like
yeah.
for people to join and fight with you.
Yeah, exactly. So you people will have it, "Hey, next 3 people get ready to go." And they have their names on the screen or something like that.
Yeah, and you can integrate that through like your Discord and do like TTS and stuff like that through it as well.
Exactly, exactly. So,
Yeah, it's crazy cool, PJ. It's way too complicated for me though.
I'm gonna have to look into it.
Yeah, it's like one of those things where it's like once you set it up, you probably never have to touch it again, and that's probably the
right.
joy of it.
Yeah. And odds are someone probably already has that script written out with the assets available. You just have to download it and plug it in,
Oh wow,
Right.
yeah,
you
that's
know?
smart. I didn't even
So,
think of that.
remember, you're not the first one doing this.
So, what's been like your biggest tech issues that you have with streaming? Because like I know for me, my audio has always been my biggest downside.
Audio is a big part of it. For me, definitely. I'm constantly worried about getting the right mix of my voice, the game sound, stuff like that.
Mhm.
And then now I want to also play some music in the background. So you gotta make sure the music is mixed just right. It's just audio issues and streamers, they go hand in hand, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's so
One
crazy
faces the other
sometimes.
always.
Yeah, for real. But aside from the easy answer of audio, I would say just getting the channel off the ground and getting it the way that I wanted it to be with the presentation and the transitions and all the different scenes. And I'm still not completely satisfied with what I've got. I'm still trying to improve. So just trying to make everything the way that I want it is my biggest issue right now.
I do
So
love
speaking of
all your
that,
artwork though. Like you have
Oh,
awesome
thanks.
transitions and stuff. All your emojis are really cool. Like I literally love the penguin with the Gatling gun. That's
Yeah.
Can I
probably one of
plug
my
my artist?
favorites.
Can I plug my
Please,
artist?
please do, because I've been
Yes.
looking for good artists.
I commissioned the animated emotes and some transition scenes from Luna CRUZ. Luna, if you're watching this, hi, super sweetheart, and she is more than happy to do art for people, for commission, obviously.
right.
But she's such a sweetheart, and she's part of the community.
Yeah, I've
So
talked
hi,
to Luna
Luna.
actually a little bit when I first started watching you. She's very, very nice and wasn't very like she was just talking to me and we were just talking about me doing cooking
Right.
and stuff. We didn't even talk about art really. She asked if I wanted to see something she was working on, but it was like literally just that. Just, oh, here, look at this.
Yeah,
But yeah,
most
if
artists, they'll try to push their business. Hey, get this, get this. But Luna's
Right.
really cool because she'll actually talk to you like a person. She's not
yeah.
100% trying to sell you all the time, which is refreshing.
And if you and her are okay with it, if you send me like a link to something with her art or something like that, I can put it in the description. That
Oh,
way
great.
it
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
actually puts it up. But yeah, Luna's awesome. Great transitions. I told you the story of how like felt like I got scammed on some art.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was an awful situation. So like
Yeah.
ever since that point, and I don't want to go super long into it again. It's basically the average didn't sit right, did it anyway feeling kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I've been looking for somebody to do something a little more professional, so maybe I'll actually message her instead of just my current opinion of fuck everybody.
That's where I'm at.
And
I just been using ChatGPT for it because I don't want
yeah,
to get scammed.
ChatGPT, you can find video. You can even make your own stuff if you're that
Yeah.
inclined, if you're artistic at all. You don't need to get a professional artist to do the art for you. I just did it because I had the money at the time and this person was nice and they were offering exactly what I wanted. So,
Right.
Yeah. It's always hard to find somebody that like knows what you want and is able to execute on it.
right.
But I think
Yeah,
you were gonna
for
say
sure.
something, PJ, before I interrupted you rudely.
So we were talking about early on streaming, and my question was, sorry, I'm looking at my list. I don't remember where it's at on here, but I know I wrote it down. What got you
Amateur.
into streaming? And then do you remember what you streamed first?
I do know. So, I was looking to get a gaming PC because I was only playing on my Xbox, little
Right.
Xbox Series S down there. It's so neglected right now.
Right.
Um, but I was like, I want to play all these games coming out, and really the best way that I was seeing to get all the access to these games was with a PC. So I got one, I set it up, and then I got into streaming and looked into it. Like I said, made the channel, had everything going. The
Mhm.
first game I played on stream was the demo for Deep Rock Galactic Survivor, which
Nice.
Okay.
yeah, it's such a cute little game. It's a
Yeah, I really
vibe. I
liked it.
love DRG. Um, and I was telling all my friends, I was like, hey everyone, I'm gonna be streaming for the first time. Please come by, support, give me a follow. I'm super nervous. And I didn't have any followers on Twitch. I didn't have anyone know, but I knew people that were friends of mine that tried to stream. So they brought communities in, they brought their friends in. I was just playing this silly little dwarf game, running around, mining stuff, shooting bugs, and them just showing up and being so positive, kind of gave me the confidence to keep going.
Right.
And then I moved into other games, and I eventually started playing like Helldivers 2, stuff like that. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
To touch
awesome.
on that, I will say if Viv probably didn't raid into me, I don't think I would probably still be streaming. I would have probably got super
oh,
pissed off at it because
Really?
yeah, because like when we were doing it and hanging out, like it's just hanging out and doing,
Yeah.
and playing games. Like PJ and I grew up together and were really good friends up until about 15, 16 years old. And then we had some drama with
I was a
parents.
degenerate and I
Yeah,
got in
PJ was a
trouble.
no,
degenerate and everyone thought I was the degenerate
Yep.
and fucking we weren't allowed to hang out. And then we're like probably like what, maybe not even a year ago, maybe a year ago by this point.
Yeah.
I randomly hit him up because why the fuck not? And
there you go.
we've been just fucking
Yeah,
playing games and hanging out all the time. Now we do a
Yeah.
podcast like every
nice.
Sunday, every other Sunday, and it's good shit. But
That's really cool, man.
yeah, fucking just having like Biv and the Biv fam and everybody there, having you pop in every once in a while, and just even it's like sometimes you won't even say anything, and I'll just like curiously click the list to see like who's the number 2, and it'll just be RentalPenguin. I'm like, hey,
Yep.
that's
Yeah.
my guy.
I am a champion lurker. I will
Oh,
lurk
it's
like
Definitely.
no one else,
beautiful.
dude.
I was gonna say I've seen you in quite a few of mine.
Yeah,
Yep.
I
You
think
were
he was
you were
watching
playing
Gone
D&D the
Fishing the
other
other
day.
day.
Yeah, we do every Saturday we do D&D.
Yep. Yeah, I was watching your D&D game, and
Snowy.
yeah. Yep.
Snowy, he's my boy.
I fell asleep
Yeah.
watching that shit. The last thing I remember was like you guys were talking about doing like a magic trick or something, and then you walked up to Noah's
Yeah,
character
I just
and
stole the
stole his
cards and
cards.
walked away.
You're just
He was,
he was like
he went into big detail. He was like, I've had these cards since I was a kid, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, hey, DM, what do I need to roll to intimidate Noah into giving me his cards?
Damn.
yeah, because I remember he was talking about like oh, it's like 100 cards in this deck, and I need someone to shuffle them. You were like,
Yeah.
I could shuffle good, or something like that.
And just stole them.
And just basically
stole
stole them because he
walked
wouldn't
away.
let him.
And then I
Damn.
gave them to someone else.
Yeah.
Damn.
PJ, like, describe your character. Like, what's his background a little bit? Because it's so funny.
His background is that he has short-term memory loss. He can remember the basically what I'm doing is he's remembering from the weekend or the week before, so the day before. That's as far back as he can really remember.
Okay.
But he's very ditzy, but also very smart. He just doesn't know how to use his smarts. So like he'll
Got it.
randomly be like, "Oh, I know exactly what to do for this," and then the next minute he's like, "Wait, what?" And then he has a brain injury. So his backstory: his parents either died or disappeared. He can't remember. There was a big war. He lived up in the middle of nowhere in the snow. Was raised by bears, and then joined a group that was called, I can't remember what the name, but they like fought bears to get into this group. And so like my character killed one when he was younger because his parents, or not his parents, but the bear parents told him how to fight bear. And he carries a big bear leg as a weapon, just a bone.
As a weapon.
Dude, it's basically just like a big, giant humanoid, like more human than like fucking giant ogre. But he's basically just a big, dumb ogre.
I'm just a big menace. Like
Nice.
he's always drinking. Every
The
time we
muscle.
go to a bar, I steal a cup and I tell them that I brought it from home.
Well, you had like +9 on your intimidation.
Yeah, +9 intimidation.
But I don't know. I was always more into World of Warcraft than like D&D or anything. Like that was probably my vice.
Yeah.
My
I played,
high
World of
fantasy
Warcraft for a long time.
Yeah.
I was a Diablo guy.
See, Blizzard makes such good games. I'm so mad that they suck now. It breaks my soul. Dude, I didn't even know it, but I've been playing Blizzard since I was like 5 years old because they created the game The Lost Vikings. And
Yes.
I played that game so fucking much as a kid, and I never realized that that was one of their games until like I ended up oh, I forget what it was, but they have like a classic arcade pack inside the BattleNet launcher, and I bought that for like $5 or something. And it has like they have a couple racing games, and one of them was The Lost Vikings, and that game is so cool. I don't have you played that one, Rental?
I have played that. Yeah, I never beat it. That game was hard.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
It is so hard.
Right?
The only way
Did
you
know
can
that
beat
the
it.
Lost Vikings are actually in World of Warcraft?
Yes, they are right
Really?
before the Oldemon dungeon. They're like a little
Yes.
fake mini boss. You can go into one of the little areas, and
That's
they have
cool.
I forget what their names are. It's like Olaf the Swift or something like that. And that's the only one I can actually.
And then Balder,
remember.
I think Balder had the sword and bow.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
And
And
then
then-
we'll do with a shield.
yeah. Just big loaf with a shield, big blonde beard, holy alliterations.
Yeah, but that game was hard, bro. I think I got like close to the end, and I just couldn't because there's so much micromanagement. You have to like change control of this guy to jump, but then switch mid jump to this guy to move the shield to catch him. And I was like 10 years old, bro. I couldn't do that.
You get 3 lives, and if you lose,
Yeah.
you start at level
You're-
1. Hopefully, you
done.
wrote down the password.
That's it. Yep. Back in the day, games were not forgiving.
What was
No.
what was your very first like video game that you've played?
I'm gonna have to go with Mario Duck Hunt the combo cartridge.
Oh my god, that one is so good.
Yeah, the old school, man.
The little
So
light
good.
guns. I think we were talking
Yeah,
about that on one of the episodes we did recently.
Yeah, we did. I don't remember which episode that was though.
It was the nostalgia episode because I was talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
how I had the Super Nintendo bazooka.
Yeah.
That thing was
so
so
cool.
cool.
What was that?
Yeah.
That had a name, like a blaster or something like
It was
that.
the super shooter, the super I got you. I have the
Man, I
internet.
had it though. I had it.
Yeah, they had a really cool
The
uh
mecha game.
mech game that I forget
hmm
what it was called. The Super Bazooka. Nope, that is a M20 rocket launcher.
I remember there was a
The Super
commercial for
Scope.
that.
That's what
The
it's
Super
called.
Scope. There was a commercial they ran to promote that, and there was all these kids in a line doing like the silent drill team moves with that gun, where they're flipping it and catching it, and like
Yes,
port
I
arms and
actually
stuff. Do you
vaguely
remember that?
remember that. Yeah, I vaguely
Yeah, and
remember
it
that.
was sick. It was so good.
But yeah,
That's
the
awesome.
game I was just remembering is Metal Combat Falcon's Revenge. And it's just like a
Oh,
side-scrolling mech game where you're just shooting into these giant boss monsters basically 90% of the time.
I
It,
might have played that.
dude, it was so good. We were talking about this
I,
the other day on the podcast.
yep, I played that.
Yeah, that game is so
I
fucking
remember
good.
that box art because the guy was like with that one leg out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was
Yep.
so good. Fuck. I'm like tripping over that. Not many people know that game exists. Let's just put it that
Yeah.
way. But yeah, I played
Played
Duck
a lot
Hunt
of games.
all the time. I remember I bought a CRT or CRT TV from Goodwill just to be able to play it because it doesn't work on flat
Oh,
screens.
wow.
Yeah. But I mean,
You
you can
remember the
go.
other game with the light gun where you were like shooting like tin cans and stuff called like
Yeah.
Hogan's Alley or something like that?
Yep. I
It
remember
was like
that.
yeah,
I
you remember that? It
don't.
was like this. It was like
Yeah.
this mobster kind of theme vibe. Yeah, I don't remember much about the game, but I remember shooting tin cans. They're flying through the air and you're shooting them. Anyways,
Yep.
It
yeah,
sounds
That was
memories.
my
familiar.
cousin or my grandma had it when we were kids. It was really fun.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I never owned this game, but it does look familiar. That's cool. The light guns games were so ahead of their time. Like that
Yeah.
you could call that like the original precursor to the Wii.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really could. Yeah,
VR before VR.
I mean, honestly, Nintendo has always been like at the forefront of everything. It sucks that they're such a
Yep.
terrible like organization.
right.
But
Yep.
I am a
Damn
firm
you,
believer
consumerist.
that every single video game that's ever been made that's been like not like Atari or before that, like since Nintendo has been in the gaming console, has been inspired in some way or shape or form by The Legend of Zelda. And I think that's just my own personal love for the game. But I can basically maybe not a race. Nope. There's racing in Legend of Zelda. You race the horse.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
So that's like my big conspiracy theory that I've been rolling with recently is just like every single
Sure.
game, because you got like shooting games, they have bow and archery, they have all that. They have swimming. Yep.
Spaceships.
Spaceships. There's an R wing in the debug menu from Star Fox 64.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
But yeah, that's my crazy theory. Did you have anything you wanted to talk about rental or anything you wanted to bring up? We've been kind of hogging the topics.
No, I'm happy to let you guys steer the ship, but I think I need to thank a lot of people for getting me to where I'm at, where I can meet these other amazing creators. Specifically, like you've already mentioned them, the whole Biv crew. That I was just out there doing my thing, and then this whole community rolled up into my stream one day and claimed me as one of their own. So
Yeah, exactly
that's
how it felt.
kind of how that happened. And then Biv immediately was like, "You're the older version of me," and I was like, "Is that a good thing? I'm gonna roll with it. That's fine, dude." So, and we've been like pretty great friends ever since because he's just that outgoing like personality that just makes friends super easily, which I'm so jealous of because in like inside I'm like an introvert that is very like cautious about who I let get close to me. But he
Right.
just like barged his way in, was like, "We're friends, damn it."
See, I
So,
feel like
alright.
that's PJ and I, because it's like I
Yeah.
just like I'm the kind of person where it's like I can get outgoing and talkative once I get a little bit comfortable with the person or get to know them. But this fool will straight up be like, "Hey, I met you 20 minutes ago. Let me suck them toes." Like,
Yep. Yep. When I met
Dude's
Ty,
wild.
literally, I met
That's
Ty streaming, and I just hopped in there. I was like, "What's up, Daddy?"
have you seen any of TIE Fighter streams?
Oh yeah, Ty's an interesting
Dude,
dude.
he
I love
is
that guy.
I love
He's so
awesome.
funny.
Ty.
We were
Talk
we were
about
watching
like a
him last
natural
night.
talent. He's got it,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
does.
no, it's crazy good. He's such a personality. He has this like whiteboard with like bunch of gold stars next to
Stars.
people's names.
Oh, yeah. So I walked into a stream one time. I'm like, yo, what's up, Ty? He's like, you showed up, you get a gold star. And he like put
Yep.
it on there.
Yeah.
And I was like, how do I get more of these? I want your
Yeah.
gold stars, right?
Yeah, it's
And he's like,
exactly
"Be
what I did.
awesome. And I made a joke about like he died the game, and I was like, I wish you were better at gaming or something like that. And he's like, and he went up and he took the gold star off.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's fantastic. I really want to figure out how he does his like little panning cam because he has an overhead camera that will
It's
literally.
OBS cam. I
Is it?
found it. I'm buying one. Yeah.
Okay.
They're so cool.
Yeah, but it will like he can literally walk up and travel around his room, and the camera will just
Yeah,
follow
it'll
his.
track.
Yeah. You do
Yeah.
this and you can tell it to stop. You can zoom in and out. It's really cool.
Wow.
Yeah,
Technology is
the
great.
OBS cams I don't think are that expensive either. They're only like a couple $100.
No, they
if I
start at like
remember.
100 and they go up to like 2,000. It really depends on
Oh
what you want.
Jesus!
Yeah. I was looking at the expensive ones. I was like, holy crap.
Well, yeah, they want to market to everyone from
Yeah.
small-time streamers to like, multimedia corporations and stuff like that.
True.
They want to be
Exactly.
like the one, yeah.
So, what do you think's more important, audio or video to a stream?
Audio for sure.
Yeah.
You can have questionable video at times, or maybe you not have like the best setup, but if it sounds like trash or you
Yeah.
can't hear it at all, you just lose people instantly.
Yeah,
Like
no, I
I know
fully
if I
agree.
if I go in a stream and I can't hear the person and I'm just like, it's half the show,
Plus, like
Yeah.
half the time, I watch a lot of Twitch on my phone, not so much on my computer, and most of the time, I'm on 720 or 460p anyway. Like,
Right.
there's no point to have 1080 on your
No.
phone. It's
I
like,
just gotta be able to hear it.
yeah, exactly. I just need to be able to hear it and glance over. Like, I'm like you, Rental. I'm the king lurker. I just kind of hang out.
Right. And a
PJ's is
lot of
like the
people
only
lurk.
chat I actually
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
talk
A
hella
lot
in.
of folks will have your stream up and they'll listen to you while they're at work or stuff like that. But if you don't have
Yeah.
good audio, they don't want to put themselves through that.
Yeah, that was my issue
Yeah, I
with
mean,
PJ
depending on
at
the
first.
stream.
Yeah.
Depending on the stream, I feel like it's all streams are like a podcast in reality.
Right.
Like if someone
Yeah.
has a good talk, then you could just sit there for hours.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, like,
someone who can talk like a
sure.
motherfucker is Panda. Sad Panda.
Oh,
When
Sad
I-
Pan of the Sad. Yeah.
When I tune into his streams when he was a little more frequent, like that was one of the first reasons why I was like, oh, I'm gonna raid this guy. Is because streaming to one, having a full not conversation, but like full narration of what's going on, explaining what he's doing, why he's doing it,
Oh yeah.
what he's thinking. I was like, this guy got it. And
Yeah.
like
Yep.
he went from like 12 followers all the way up to like a decent, I don't remember exactly where he's at now, but like he went up pretty fucking fast. And
Jamie,
when he
pull that
was
up.
Oh, we don't have
I know,
our
I didn't
Jamie
even tell
today.
Noah
No
to come in
Jamie?
today.
There's no Jamie.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
come on.
do. I didn't
We
tell him to
we
be
do.
here today.
We have Noah.
Oh,
He's our
no.
producer, but he's helping his roommate move in right now. So we have to be the own polar uppers.
He's at 101 right now.
Yeah, so that's crazy.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's a pretty short time. He had like a really small amount, and then it's been like
Yeah.
maybe like a month or two. That's
He
pretty
was
fast.
he was grinding World of Warcraft Ascension for a really long time.
Yeah, and that's a pretty niche audience to get
Yeah.
that many viewers in that short time
Yeah.
from that really niche game. And like you said, like he's really good at talking while he's playing, which is not easy. You have to
No.
practice that. Your whole like stream of consciousness. I'm gonna go over here and do this. Oh no, that happened. Well, hey, what's this? By the way, when this happens, that means you got this. You sit in the corner over there, that means this happens. So let's try this. Hey, that worked. That whole cadence of you talking, you got to really practice that. I practiced it before I went streaming, and my roommate was making fun of me because we were out at some camping events and we were unloading the truck, and I was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna go ahead and grab that." He's like, "Are you seriously doing the streamer thing while you unload the truck?"
I'll catch myself doing that in my daily life, like when I'm like by myself. I'd be like, yeah, I'm
Yep.
just gonna grab my phone and I guess I'll just look at what's going on.
See? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
do it
it's
driving
like a
who would
switch, you flip
work.
it on. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god.
It's definitely a skill to be practiced. I know when I first
Yeah.
started out, like it was very, very awkward because I wasn't used to being on camera. I wasn't happy with the quality of my voice and my microphone.
Right.
And I mean, even today, like I'm still not super happy with the quality of my voice, but I can't fucking change that. I can put on a
You got a
voice.
good microphone. You sound
It
really
is
good.
it is crisp, but
Yeah.
I have a really high tone compared to most 30-year-old men. And so it's just my own personal grievance that I'm getting
Gotta
past.
practice talking low and deep like
Yeah.
this.
Yes,
Put some
you have
bass
to
in that
talk through
voice.
your diaphragm.
Smoke a bunch of cigarettes.
Sound like Rocky. I am Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh man, that just made me think of the whole what was it? Pirate software thing where they're like saying he had a fake voice.
Yeah, his voice changer. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I
I
still
went
can't
through 2 puberties. No, you didn't, bro.
I still can't figure out, like, that man got so much hate over World of Warcraft. Like, all of
Yeah.
it started because of World of Warcraft hardcore. It
Yeah.
is insane. That guy went from
That's crazy.
he was one of the highest growing streamers in a super long time. He broke the world
Yeah.
record hype train twice. One is very controversial at this point, but I don't really fucking care. It's all a charade. We're all a bunch of clowns. Like, we're just at the circus enjoying our time, man.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well, his whole deal was he had a lot of hubris. He
yes.
would never admit that he did anything wrong, and that rubbed people the wrong way, which caused them to look into his past and the things he had done and said and claimed, and it just all unraveled from there. So
If there's one
And-
lesson I learned from my father, sometimes it's okay to be right and say you're wrong. Sometimes it's okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you can just be like, you know what, guys, I fucked up, my bad. And then you turn off the live stream or you leave the room from your wife and go, I know I'm fucking right. Like, but whatever.
right?
Whatever, just let her have it. You
Yeah.
just gotta let them have it sometimes, like, especially in something so minuscule, and like for it to just
Yeah.
snowball out of control is crazy. Like,
Yeah.
Are you
He's
ever
getting, like,
worried
hate
about-
mail and death threats and stuff?
yeah, are you ever worried about like saying something stupid or like something slips that you probably shouldn't?
I mean, I'm pretty chill. I'm pretty low key. I don't hold a lot of like crazy like beliefs or try to preach a lot of like ideologies on stream. I try to make it as apolitical as possible.
Yeah,
And when people do start getting a little crazy in conversations or share streams, I just sometimes I'd be like, hey guys, can we like tone it down because we're trying to be like a chill stream for everybody.
yeah,
And if you're telling like like this one guy was talking about when one of our friends Bronco was watching football on his channel and there was this female personality on the TV screen and they're like, oh man, look at that chick, we could take turns on her and do
oh,
and I was
that's
like,
excessive.
wow. And then that guy
Yeah.
was talking in a chat later and he's like, hey, I was on that thing. And he's like, I'm gonna go on your channel and say a bunch of crazy stuff. And I was like, I'll just ban you, dude. I don't give a
Yeah.
shit. I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
Don't come in here and start being crazy out of pocket. I don't know you. Like, you got to make it safe for everybody. So I try to keep that
Right.
in mind all the time. So I will
See,
err on the side of caution.
PJ
That's
and
why I don't try and be with a bunch of people. I try and not get in other people's streams because I know that I'm a lot.
yeah, we have a very grade school humor sometimes.
That's great. That
And
could be a
like
vibe, dude.
all the time, it's just like Biff will be like, "Oh, I don't know if you can say that," or "I don't know if I can
Yeah.
say this."
He's such a professional when it comes to streaming and management of the streams. I think I would love to be just working with him on something, and I would learn so much from
Yeah,
him.
no, he's a cool dude. He runs like a game publishing thing too, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's
Yep.
the Mad Mushroom, right?
Yeah, I think so. And he's all in, right? And he's kind of inspirational to me. So little bit of fanboying over here for Cone.
Yeah, no, he's actually
he-
really cool. I've caught a couple of like his clips and stuff, and like it's always really cool information the way he breaks things down. I know he did a lot with pirate software and stuff. We were talking about him.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's cool guy. That's a great answer. That's not what I was expecting. I like that.
Well, I'm glad. Yeah. Yeah, but he's also such a real human being. Like, if something is not right, he'll call it immediately. If you're doing a sponsored stream and the company is doing some bad businesses, he'll say, "Look, this is what the company's doing. I don't agree, but here's what it is," and he'll just move on. Right?
There was
Yes.
a game recently that was having issues where like as soon as the sponsor segments would start, they would send a cancellation to the
Oh, yeah.
people playing it. I think that was one of the ones. I can't remember what game that was.
It's called like Oh, Mind's Eye.
Yes.
Yeah, Mind's Eye. Yeah, he had a sponsor scheduled and it was about to start, and they immediately they canceled with like 10-minute like advance warning.
Yeah,
And
it
he's like,
was insane.
I got nothing. There goes my whole sponsored stream segment, I guess.
Guess we're doing something else now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And he talked about it, and he was very upfront about it. And but also when someone's being a problem in the chat, he takes care of it right away. He doesn't dance around it.
Yeah.
He's upfront with people, like, hey, don't act that way. This is for everyone,
I mean, that's
So-
really all you can do, because it's like if you let people push you over, everyone's gonna start walking all over you.
Right. Like you're a streamer, you're here to entertain and be chill, but sometimes people get what the parasocial relationship where they feel like they're entitled to like unload on you or behave a certain way because you're available. Like that's not always true. Like I'm still a human, all right? I'm not, just a face on a screen that you can
Right.
abuse or, take advantage of.
Yeah.
So
Well,
got really deep there, sorry.
Yeah. Gonna make me emotional, man. So do you see yourself as like an entertainer then for this chat, or are you more of just like a gamer, or do you feel like you're like hosting a party or something? You know what I mean?
I think I would lean more towards like host and gamer. I know it can be entertaining, but I didn't ever set out to be an entertainer. I wanted my space to be like a safe place for gamers to meet and hang out and play games with, like a big open tent basically. And
Yeah.
you could walk in and be a part of it, and then you could leave and just know that you're always welcome back, right?
Kind of sounds like a
Provided you're not-
rave.
Yeah, kind of like a chill rave.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
lots less of drugs.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, you can do drugs if you want, I guess. I'm not your dad. but,
Yeah, we're not in person. Your life doesn't affect me.
Right. Exactly.
It's not like you're gonna take bath salts and eat my face off.
Right.
But that's kind of what I wanted the channel to be, and I kind of became better at entertainment part, obviously, but I still kind of want to be like that hub where people can go in and have a chill zone.
Yeah. Well, I think we're pretty much at the wrapping things up part of this. I did have one more question that I couldn't find a natural way to move into this.
Okay.
But if there was a movie being made about your life, who would you choose to play you?
Mia Khalifa.
And that's where the stream or the video is ending, just right there.
Imagine.
Oh my god.
But yeah,
that's a good question, man. I don't think I have like the kind of face that really like reminds people of a specific celebrity, honestly.
dude, I feel like you look like a George Clooney.
Oh,
I think a George Clooney would be good.
not with this hairline, bro. Come on.
I think that's the first time I've ever seen your head, man.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes when Barker does the redeem, where he like toggles my hat, I have to quickly like get the other hat ready, and then like quickly like.
I like it.
There we go. Yeah,
That's great. That's fantastic.
yeah, but yeah, it's not a surprise. Boom, there it is.
Yeah. See, I got the old man stuff going on.
See it? Yeah,
The bald
just
spot
let it
going
go,
on in
man.
the back.
It's time. It's time. Just let it go.
Yeah. See, I shaved the beard first in hopes I could look younger, and then it just looks awful. So it's like next time I'm just gonna get a coin and flip, and we'll decide which one gets shaved.
Right. Yeah. So when I started losing my hair, I was like, well, I'll just go to the gym more, and I'll be that cool like buff guy that has the beard. And that's when I grew the beard out.
Yeah.
And the gym is still a work in progress, but but if you start losing up top, time to get down below. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's probably the move. I went
Yeah,
backwards with it. It's not good.
Oh no!
I scared
Oh, no.
everyone at work. They were just like, "Oh my god, I didn't even recognize you." Everyone's like doing like quadruple takes. Because
Oh,
it's like
no.
I work in a huge tech company, so there's just shit tons of people. So like, is that guy? Yeah, I think that's that guy. And then I start laughing because I'm seeing the thought process going on.
And they heard the laugh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, PJ, did you have anything else you wanted to throw in here?
Let's see. try not to use all the ones we used on Biv because I did have both of you written down.
I did watch the Biv episode. Very well done, you two.
Thank you.
Appreciated that.
Thank you. Thank you.
What does your family think about your streaming, and then how does it also affect your daily life?
Oh, good question. So years ago, I was very disinterested in like future plans as a teenager. And my dad was always telling me, you got to figure out what you want to do with your life, what you want to be when you grow up. And I was like, I don't know, whatever, old man, whatever, you know. And he was always telling me, like, hey, you're never gonna make a living playing video games. Well, look
Right.
at me now.
Ah.
I make very little monies, but I'm doing it.
Right.
So I think it's kind of funny. He thinks it's interesting, what it is. He doesn't see the appeal personally, but he understands that there is people that do like to watch people and be a part of communities and stuff like that.
Right.
But overall, he just, he would like me to be a little more successful because all parents want that, right?
Right. Yeah.
But that's fine. But he doesn't hate it. He supports me. It's great.
Did they ever stop by and watch?
No, he hasn't. He's not into that. I think it'd be awesome if one of my community members one day was like, by the way, I'm your dad, and they'd be like, oh, what?
Just out of nowhere.
Right.
Check
Just like-
follow
and it-
time, and it's like the whole time.
Yeah, and he's always been there. Like, no.
Oh man.
What was the other part of the question?
The other part was how does it affect your daily, or how does it affect your life?
How does it affect
day
my life?
you know?
I have a lot more anxiety about. I'm not really good at scheduling things, but I will now plan. Like, I'll look at upcoming games and think, oh, can I start playing that on stream? Or I have to like work. Okay, so Friday I'm playing this game, and Saturday could be this game. So it lets me. I got to be more organized about everything.
Yeah.
And I don't go out very much, so it hasn't really impacted my social life all that often. So it hasn't really done, it hasn't been too negative for me. I'd say overall it's been a lot better because I'm meeting more people, I'm being more social,
Right.
and it's overall been a very positive exchange between me and Twitch. So yeah, overall it's been great.
Yeah, I will say, meeting people has been awesome. I've met so many people, and it seems like half of them are from Minnesota.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Everyone's from everywhere else but here.
yeah, sure, you betcha.
Yeah. I thought it was cool, like, that there's people, that are in the different chats that are like practically my neighbor.
Okay.
Finding
Yeah.
out people live in the same state, in the same areas. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I raided into a guy that was playing the same game I was playing a couple weeks ago, and then I find out he's actually from here and like lives down the road almost. Like he's like 30 minutes from us.
That's crazy.
It was crazy. I was like, whoa.
Did you see that one clip I saw on TikTok where these guys were playing Call of Duty and the one guy had an area code in his clan tag? He's like, "Oh, that's my area code. Are you from this town?" He's like, "Oh yeah, that's where I live." And they get back and forth, back and forth. He's like, "Oh, when'd you go to school this year?" I went to school like around that time. What's your name? Is "Oh shit, I'm so and so." They were like,
It was
That's
crazy.
crazy.
they went to like high school together, and then they
That's
meet
awesome.
in a game randomly like 15 years later. It's crazy, dude. I
That's
love
so
when that
cool.
happens.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
insane. I have seen that clip. It was crazy cool. You could literally hear like the buildup of being like, "No, you're fucking lying. How would
Yeah.
you know that?" Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, dude, I used to hang out with this kid all the time." He's like, "Bro, I got married." He's like, "Bro, I got a kid."
oh man, yeah. PJ has a kid now. It's crazy and married.
Yeah.
What?
Insane.
Yeah. That's
New
awesome.
daddy.
Well, congrats, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
But-
It's been hectic, but it's good.
It do be like that. I decided long ago that kids just wasn't for me.
That's fair.
I can barely take care of myself sometimes. So
Right.
having to be stuck with another human being for 18 years at least would just be a nightmare. And
Right.
I wouldn't want to be responsible for that. Just that's not me, bro.
Yeah.
That's fair
I
enough.
feel it. I feel it.
But yeah,
Congratulations, good for you.
Thank you.
I think we're gonna wrap it up. I appreciate you being here so much, Rental. Thank you.
Definitely.
Thank you guys for having me.
I want to send you the picture of the thumbnail that I have. I'll send it to you after this because the thumbnail I think is fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't wait. I can't wait.
But yeah, so thanks for being here. If you want to shout out your socials, I think this would be a good time. Any other people you want to shout out?
Okay, great. Let me do that. So I'm also active on TikTok where I put my shorts that I make. They're all bangers. Go check out my TikTok, same name, RentalPenguin. Amazing stuff. I also post those shorts on YouTube Shorts. I also make longer YouTubes. Again, branding is everything. RentalPenguin, YouTube. Go check those out. And I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers on YouTube. It's happening. I need to get better about releasing things on time. I'm also involved in a charity that is a veteran charity where they give video games and video game supplies to veterans in need. It's called Stack Up. I have a ongoing campaign. The community has raised over $2,300
Oh wow, nice.
for this charity.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. So I'm very proud of that. So it's called Stack Up. I checked out their financials. They're above board and they're awesome. They're all good people. So
Right
I can
on.
get you that link if you want to put that in your video description. That
Yeah.
would be great.
Send me all of the links for the art,
All the
all the
links.
charity, all your socials, and we'll add them all. We're trying.
yeah.
I feel like the area of improvement we can do most is our short form content and our search engine optimization. I feel like that's where we're lacking right now.
I have been seeing your shorts, so I've been seeing them.
Right on. That's
Sweet.
good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. TikTok's actually doing really well. We have like 4,000 views, I think, so far.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Sheesh.
I've been using Opus Clip, and it's rough, but it's helping a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Awesome.
yeah,
Well, yeah. No,
Good
thank
shit.
you guys for having me on here. I really do
Yeah, thank
appreciate
you.
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
We'll I'll tell you when this episode is going up, and if you want to do some advertising, I'll get you the exact date, probably within a day or two.
Awesome. Sounds good, man. I will promote the hell out of it.
Awesome, brother. Thanks for being here. We'll
Yeah, thank
talk
you.
to you later. Have a good day. This is Astronauts Without Helmets, and we're signing off. I don't know if you can hear the pots and pans banging around in my background, but have a good day.
All right.
Podcast
Later, y'all.
out.
Later.
That was a great way to end it.